Hi, my name is Benjamin Berrigan. I've been practicing at this for quite a while now. I've been doing some months. Actually, been doing like 5 years of research and studies. First off, let me introduce myself. My name is Benjamin Berrigan. I was born in Denver, Colorado. I'm a native American citizen, obviously. Born here in Denver, Colorado, January 16th, 1977, in Denver General. Is it Denver Health now? It's Denver General back then. Born here, raised in Mexico, came back for my education. Um, Pretty smart, I guess you'd say. I averaged about a 3.8 GPA. Went to Fairmount Elementary, Jake Junior High, transferred over to Merritt Hutton, and then finished off, well, until I got kicked out. I was expelled for fighting. Um, have a lot of history. I got to tell you guys, this is going to be a recording. It's going to be educational. It's going to be something that I've been experiencing. It has to do. It's going to be a little bit of everything, but mostly the reason I'm coming to you today is because I heard something this morning. It just kind of threw me through the loop. I'm barely coming to terms with it because I was going through it. I was made to believe I was that I was a schizophrenic. Okay, and to me, to my knowledge, as far as I'm concerned, because nobody has told me any different. I'm a schizophrenic. I mean, that's what I've come to understand. I've come to learn to be. And it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. I mean, it's not something that you just wake up one day and sit there and say that, hey, hey, it's schizophrenia. This is what happens. This is how it works. But it's not whatever. It's not natural. It doesn't happen. So it just kind of throws you through a loop. It can put you in a place where if you're not strong enough, if you're not educated, if you don't have a support group or anything else, but not or help, it could possibly take you under. And it almost got me a couple times, which is the reason why I'm here today. I'm not going to stay quiet. I have been doing research well, I'm trying to write a book. Something happened to me about 5 years ago. I was lost. Life wasn't so good for me. I'm a victim of a lot of traumas that happened to you as a child. Anywhere, a lot of abuses. Okay, and I'm a survivor. That's a good thing. Most people go through semi one thing and this will be something that I will address here shortly. But I just wanted to introduce myself, know who you're talking to. I feel I'm pretty sane, other than the crazy that's going on in my head because the voice is in my head, and that's just what happens with schizophrenia. It's the reason why it's the number one debilitating disease that you can get, and will put you on a couch. It could put you on a couch and possibly kill you. I mean, you'll kill yourself, or it'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? It could put you through a lot of stress. It's been stated, it's been clinically proven that it'll take 14.3 years off of a man's life and 17 years off a woman's life because of the acute stress that you will, I mean, suffer through this. Okay, forever. It gets worse as you go. I've been trying to basically, because I don't. I mean, it's it in itself is it's very hard to deal with. It's something so awful, and I wish this on nobody. I've been all my life. I've studied psychology. When I was younger, I wanted to become a brain surgeon. I do have knowledge. I'm pretty knowledgeable. I'm pretty smart. I come from a long line of smart people. And like I said, as far as my education goes, I've always excelled. I've always excelled. Put it this way: in the eighth grade, according to the a state test that you take, they do a test for the state to see exactly if their schools are doing good. And I took it in the eighth grade. I scored second and third grade college and everything. Except for reading and writing, I scored senior level. So I could have cashed out. I could have basically graduated in the eighth grade. Okay, and the only reason I got this in the 11th grade is because, like I said, I got expelled from school or from the district because I was fighting too much, which comes from a lot of my trauma. I was raised fighting, and most of my fights were never mine. I'm not a bully. I'm too small. I'm like 5'8", 155 pounds now due to my conditions and everything else. Now it's taken me through a lot of stress, which I've come to find just in recent days that it's possibly not schizophrenia, I guess. Like I said, I don't really have proof that I'm not. I just have proof of a whole bunch of crazy things going on in this world right now. It feels like I woke up in the twilight zone, as if my schizophrenia wasn't bad enough. Schizophrenia is not something that you just want, but put it this way, that the things that I'm finding out is so freaking ludicrous, so crazy, so insane. It's like batshit crazy that I'd rather be a schizophrenic than be not a schizophrenic and this be real, which is called gang stalking or human trafficking. Okay. I don't know any about that. I mean, I'm barely finding out about this stuff. I heard about it, but it's so freaking bizarre and so out there. The person telling me about it, I'm sitting here thinking if he's on drugs, and he was, and whatever, and so basically, this is a gang stalking, human trafficking, educational. Kind of tell you where I'm at, my own testimony of because I didn't have no idea, and I still don't. Other than the voices in my head telling me that they're real at the last time, I'll basically go through the steps of exactly how they worked, how it evolved into what it is today, and I'm a nobody. I'm really a nobody. I sat there and I basically have secluded myself for 7 years now. I so bad to the point where I cannot be around people too much, and I'm an extrovert. I'm a talker, obviously. I carry myself pretty well. I'm a pretty fun guy. I got a cool personality, whatever. But the thing is because of something that happened, whatever, a long time ago, whatever, and the Colorado State basically did some crazy stuff, advertised me everywhere, internet, blast, and whatever, and which is also a form of gang stalking. They use internet. They use all the internet, television stuff, whatnot. It's digital stalking or whatever, whatnot, or harassment, and it's just freaking insane. It's nuts. I never would have imagined or would have guessed, or if anybody would have told me, because they have. Somebody has actually told me this, and I was like, dude, just we're not nobody special, or you're not nobody special. Like, why would they spend so much money on you? I mean, dude, you don't do nothing. You do, but there's hundreds of you. You can go downtown Denver and see people all over the place that are like 15 times worse than you. Why you? So I'm a schizo, but I'm a schizophrenic. I hear voices, and they talk, and it's what they do. My schizophrenia, and I have some background in schizophrenia. Not me personally, but when I've spent time with the person that's had schizophrenia. His name was Wolf. He was a veteran. He served for our country, and I met him, and well, the way I reacted when I first heard it, which is why I understand why it makes it so hard for people to come out, because it's a natural reaction. You just get kind of weirded out. It's like, oh my god, he hears voices in his head, and it's embarrassing. It's kind of scary. I personally got scared. I had to confront him like, hey, we're not, like, you don't hear me in there, like, So I remember how I reacted when I first heard he had schizophrenia. So upon me getting schizophrenia, on that notion, on that incident, I was like, I could see how people will see me. And I pride myself in my intelligence and my brain. I've worked so hard for this brain. I was born with dyslexia. I was born hyperactive. I was born ADHD. Like every single thing that you could possibly have to put a damper in you getting your education, I had. I just had focus. I had drive, and I wanted to be. And I was the second smartest kid in the school. And like I said, I could have graduated out and cashed out in the 8th grade and went on to college. I'd been like Malcolm in the Middle and stuff for all those smart little kids, going to college at a very, very, very young age. I could have literally been to college in the 6th grade. I just didn't know. I actually didn't know until like the 11th grade. So, anyways, my name is Benjamin Berrigan, born in Denver, Colorado, still here right now. Pretty damn close, here off Colfax, whatever, if you do know Denver. If you are of Denver, I don't know how far this is going to get. I hope this gets pretty far. I want you to spread this to everybody that has schizophrenia, that is a gang stalking victim, that wants to learn of the laws and why this cannot happen. This is an educational. I've done a lot of studies. I've used this thing to work before whatever's happening to me takes over, it kills me, or it does whatever, because this thing I know is aimed at killing you. The voices in my head when I first started were kill yourself and blah this and that. Where we got a special bullet for you, and lie after lie and making me this and that, and I don't, and I'm just trying to go through this. Plus something that actually happened to me that I think was very special, and it got me writing a book. So this might have put me on a couch or whatever and had me going on a walk or basically in my head, but something else happened. Something beautiful happened, and I started writing my book, and it was a book about life. It's a book about everything that I'm barely gonna touch on here, but this is more of a gang stalking educational of why this can't be happening, and if it is happening, and I've been seeing videos like crazy, and this morning just took me over the top. It started giving me a bunch of information of the people and who and when and where, and you can't find that nowhere. And just recently I find a guy just cocky as shit, just goes on TV. He's like, yeah, that's my technology, I invented it, but no, it's not the government. Okay, well, my friend, your technology is killing people. Okay, so you can brag and you can this and that, whatever, but you idiot, there's this thing called law. If what you do and what you bring into this world actually hurts somebody, you are liable. So I hope you got money, bud, because there's a lot of people that have died. I have 2 bodies with me. Murder. That is murder. You know, and you know, you could, oh, we didn't. No, okay, then that's manslaughter. You can't even drive these days. Text and drive and kill somebody, you're going away for manslaughter for anywhere from 25 to life. All right, so this is gonna be educational. This is, like I said, please spread this, send people in my direction. This is going to be very educational. This is going to show you a lot of things that maybe it will help. I'm going to try to help you as best I can, and what helps me. But recently, it seems I'm doing studies for my book, right? And I'm trying to find my bloodlines, my lineage, and try to figure out where I come from because of this thing that happened to me. Now, I'm trying to debate whether I should start there. It's pretty big, but it's awesome. It saved me. It has to do with God. I found God about 5 years ago. My anniversary was November 21st when it actually happened. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this down. I'll be drinking here and then showing you guys my notes, but that way I have my hands free. And yeah, we can get this done, okay? So I'll be drinking my beers and, you know, talking to you guys and just trying to get as much information as I can to you guys. I want to help as many people as possible. I want to be able to educate you guys, let you guys know exactly why this can happen, why we should stand up as a nation and address this. Because this can't happen. This is ludicrous. We're not a third world country. This is the United States of America. And the things in my head, they literally told me. They go around talking like if it's just okay, like people can accept this. They make it sound like everybody is listening. Like everybody is in my head and that the whole world can, and this is just a part of their little sick fucking game. Okay, but it wasn't always this. So let's start out with what happened to me. Okay, so a little background. My life hasn't always been that great. I love life. My life has been a tough challenge for me. It's been my entire life has been it's been very, very challenging. Certain things that I've been through can drop you. They can put you to your knees. They can kill you. Most people do not come back from just one of the many that I've been through. I don't know what gave me the strength. All my life, I've always been one with God. I never really followed God. I'm not a churchgoer, you know. It's not one of those religious kind of, but it is. I am now, but I've always been with God. I was born, and this is going to make you laugh. I've gone through every single Christian religion that is to me. I'm Hispanic. I'm Mexican, of the Black Irish. I have a coat of arms. I've tracked my name down through genealogy.com and other places. That takes me back to Ireland. And I have a coat of arms where we're warriors and weapons makers. Okay, so I have royal blood in me. I do come from a king or from royal blood. That's just the Berrigan side. And I found that in Berrigan, there's Berrigan and Hernandez. My mom's maiden name is Hernandez. Give me a second.